this comment. Brag about how close you got them in. I like that. So I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to brag a little bit on how close I got one in one time. Out on some public land in central Louisiana, they used to plant food plots. One of these food plots hadn't been planted in years, but it was still good cover for birds. So a part snuck my way in to where I could see the edge of that field, slipped up to the fence, the whole time scanning that whole little field for birds, and made a call or two, no answer. Anyway, I finally sneak all the way up to that fence, and I lean over and look down that edge, and nothing out there. Turn and look back, and there's two big gobblers standing right dead in the middle of the field. How I missed them, I don't know. There's one tree in that whole thing, one bush, and they must have been dead behind it. So I go still. Have to wait that out, and it takes 10 minutes of dead still, them both staring at me. Well, they finally relax, and both heads go down about the same time to feed. And I dropped right there on my belly real fast. Ploop, hit the ground, and I poked the barrel of my shotgun through the fence so that I could shoot them when I called them up that little bit of a hill in that field. Well, this was 2 3/4 inch days, so I had a 20-yard tree that was my limit. I make a few calls, and the birds both walk right up to that tree, the edge, to that 20-yard limit, but not this side of it. So I held off, and they eased away a little bit. A few more calls, they come right back to it. And then one of them slipped into that fence line and disappeared. Like, oh shit, he's fixing to walk up on this corner and be right beside me like 10 yards. So I started easing my shotgun out of that fence. And I quit paying attention to that other bird in the field. So I get it out, and now I'm laying on top of my shotgun, pointed down the edge of that fence, waiting for him to come around that corner. Now wait, nothing. Watching that corner, and I hear, what the hell is that? When it dawned on me, that was grass breaking, him picking grass. God almighty, he got to be close if I can hear that. So I just jumped up and stuck my barrel out across that fence, and that turkey was literally 2 feet the other side of that little grass row in the bottom of the fence. When I shot, I cut a half moon out of the top of his head, and his wing hit my barrel. Smoked him, killed him dead, about an 8-inch bearded bird, but that's close.